Good morning. This is JC. I'm coming to you today. It's Thursday morning on the 16th, I guess, of April. I was down for a couple of days. I had two molars extracted, which is no fun, but it's over. It's done with. So I'm taking pain pills and uh, everything's fine. No big deal. Some antibiotics, some pain pills. But I want you to hear Robert Reich in his latest article on what he calls Trump's overreaches. So I'm going to play it for you. It's here on Substack, and so I'll just let you listen to it.
Trump's Three Unwinnable Wars: China, Harvard, and the Supreme Court. The Trump Regime Overreaches. By Robert Reich. Friends, it was bound to happen. Encouraged by the ease with which many big American institutions have caved into their demands, the Trump regime, that is, the small cadre of bottom-feeding fanatics around Trump, Vance, Musk, Vaught, Miller, and RFK Jr., along with the child king himself, have overreached. They've dared China, Harvard, and the Supreme Court to blink. But guess what? They've met their matches. None of them has blinked, and they won't. China not only refused to back down when the Trump regime threatened it with huge tariffs, it retaliated with huge tariffs of its own, plus a freeze on the export of rare earth elements that America's high-tech and defense industries depend on. Harvard also pointedly defied the regime, issuing a clear rebuke to the regime's attempt to interfere with academic freedom. The regime is trying to strike back at Harvard's grants and its tax-exempt status, but the federal courts will surely reject these efforts. The Supreme Court told the regime in no uncertain terms, in a rare unanimous decision, that its abduction of a legal American resident and deportation to a dangerous prison in El Salvador, without any criminal charges, was illegal and unconstitutional. The White House openly defied that unanimous ruling. On Monday, both Trump officials and the president of El Salvador said they could not return Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Of course, I'm not going to do it, El Salvador President Nayib Bukele said when asked. Trump sat by his side with a smile on his face. Attorney General Pam Bondi joined in the cruel imitation of justice. That's up for El Salvador if they want to return him. What's next? I suspect the testosterone-poisoned lackeys around King Trump are urging him to hit back even harder, escalating the confrontations with China, Harvard, and the Supreme Court. They view these showdowns as ultimate tests of the regime's strength. Think of it, they must be telling themselves and their boss, what prizes? If they defeat China, they have brought the world's other economic powerhouse to its knees. If they defeat Harvard University, they have been victorious over the world's intellectual powerhouse. If they defeat the Supreme Court, they have conquered the entire U.S. government. Win these battles, and no one will ever again doubt the power and resolve of the Trump regime. Trump is smarter than this. He knows China, Harvard, and the Supreme Court will not back down. All are rich and powerful enough to defy Trump's escalating threats and demands. They cannot and will not cower. If Trump escalates his wars against them, they'll become even stronger in the eyes of their supporters and constituents and much of the world. The American people and the world will see that Trump is actually a blowhard with no real power at all. So if he's smart, Trump will try to de-escalate these three conflicts. He's already hinted at an off-ramp with China. He will probably find some way to claim that Harvard has capitulated to his demands. He will avoid a showdown with the Supreme Court. But keep a watch on these three. They are Trump's most formidable foes. If he doesn't understand this, and instead succumbs to the excitement of his power-crazed lackeys, the Trump regime's days will be effectively over, before it even completes the first 100 of them.
There you go. That's Robert Reich's take on the three major battles going on right now between Trump and the Supreme Court and other enemies. I guess you would think he would think of them as enemies, I guess. He's going to lose. It's time for Trump to be laid to rest. It's time for him to be impeached. Let's take him out. If we have to wait to 2026 and get a Democratic majority in both the House and the Senate, that's fine. But let's get his ass out of there. It's time to impeach Donald Trump, or even use the 25th Amendment because he's fucking Looney Tunes cuckoo. And even some financial or financiers of Wall Street have said that they think the man is clinically insane. So Trump has become the King George of the United States. King George went insane from drinking out of lead tankards, and the lead mixed with the liquid, the molecules of lead that went to his brain. And everybody knows that whenever lead gets into your brain, it destroys brain cells. And that's what happened to King Charles. And all I can say is that Donald Trump must have been licking the lead paint in his dad's tenements when he was a toddler, because he is totally out of it, totally insane, just like King George. This is JC, St. Louis's oldest living hippie, saying, fuck Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the world's biggest loser. Yeah, Donald Trump, you're a fucking loser. To all my friends and family and followers, love you all. Pox more, Jack. Keep on trucking.